students, welcome back to today's class. Hope you all are well at home and you are practicing mathematics regularly. So let's start from exercise 7.5 and the first question is write these fractions appropriately as additions or subtractions. Write these fractions appropriately as additions or subtractions. And the first question is here, the figures are given and in first figure you can see that the total number of parts are 5, among which only one part is shaded. Here also the total number of parts are 5, among which only 2 parts are shaded. And for answer also the total number of parts are 5, among which only 3 parts are shaded. So we have to choose, either have to use the addition or subtraction. So for operation, which one will I have to take? Here it is 1 shaded part, here it is 2 shaded part, and in answer it is 3 shaded parts among 5. So here you have to take addition sign, because if we add 1 with 2 we will get 3 shaded part among 5, and in all the figures you can see that the total number of parts are same, that is 5. Okay. Now we move to the next question. Here also circles are given, and in first circle it is given that the total number of parts are 5 and all the 5 parts are shaded for first figure. And for second figure, the total number of parts are 5, among which 3 parts are shaded. And for answer we need among 5 parts only 2 parts will be shaded. Suppose I am drawing again here. Here also the total number of parts are 5, among which 5 parts are shaded. For answer we will need only 2 parts among 5 will be shaded. What will you do? For this we have to rub 3 shaded parts, isn't it? So if we rub 3 shaded part among 5 parts, what will be the remaining? Yes, among 5 parts only 2 parts will be shaded. That means we have to subtract 3 shaded parts from 5 parts. That means we have to use the subtraction sign. Okay. And question number C will be done by yourself. I hope you can easily solve this one. Now move to the next question. Now question number 2. In question number 2 it is written that solve, and question number A is 1 upon 18 plus 1 upon 18. At first we have to check whether the denominators are same or not. If the denominators are same, we can easily add or subtract them by this way. At first we have to take the LCM of 18 and 18. 18 itself, and for numerator you have to take only its numerator value, and for addition you have to use plus sign and again this numerator value. That means 1 plus 1 2 divided by 18. So 2 1s are 2, 2 9s are 18. So for answer this will be 1 upon 9. If both the denominators are same, we can use this simple process. Okay. Similarly for the next one, here also we can see that the denominators are same. So at first you have to take the LCM of these 7. That means LCM will be the number 7 itself. And for numerator you have to take only the numerator's value as it is. And same operation sign, that is minus, again the numerator's value. That means 7 minus 5 comes 2 upon 7. We cannot reduce this fraction because it is in already reduced form. Okay. So this will be the answer for this. Now we move to question number G. Here it is 1 and here it is 2 upon 3. 1, 2, 3, 4 can also be written as 1 upon 1, 2 upon 1, 3 upon 1, 4 upon 1 and so on. That means any whole number can also be written as by fraction in this way. So 1 can also be written as 1 upon 1. Okay. Now here in denominator it is 3. That means we have to make its denominator 3. How will you make it? 1 multiplied by a certain number so as to get 3. So which number should we have to take to make it 3? 3 obviously. Okay, 3 ones are 3. So in numerator and denominator you have to multiply it by 3. So we will be getting 3 upon 3. Okay. So in place of 1 upon 1 or simply 1, we can write 3 upon 3 minus again 2 upon 3. Okay. So here 1 upon 1 can also be written as 1 upon 1. Both are multiplied by 3 in numerator and denominator. So the answer comes 3 upon 3. So in place of 1 upon 1, we can write 3 upon 3. Now see, both the denominators are same. So for this, you have to take the LCM of these two 3, that is 3 itself. And in numerator, you have to put only this value, that is 3. Again minus sign and again 2. So for answer, this will be 3 minus 2 comes 1. And in denominator, it will be 3. So 1 upon 3. So for same denominator case, we can solve these kinds of fractions in this way. And if we have the denominator, the fractions having different denominator, we'll use the different method that we'll learn in our next exercise. So for this exercise, we can use this method and the remaining sums will be done by yourself. So I move to the next question. Now question number 3. Shubham painted 2 upon 3 of the wall space in his room. Shubham painted 2 upon 3 of the wall space in his room. His sister Madhavi helped and painted 1 upon 3 of the wall space. How much did they paint together? So we can write it like this. Shubham painted 2 upon 3 of the wall space. And his sister Madhavi painted 1/3 of the wall space. So they painted together equal to, they painted together equal to, you have to add them up, simply have to add them up, right? So 2 upon 3 plus 1 upon 3, okay? Now see, both the denominators are same, we can easily add them. The LCM will be 3. Now we have to put the numerator's value 2, again plus sign, again 1. So we'll get 2 plus 1, 3 upon 3. So 3 upon 3 means after reduction we'll get 1 upon 1. That means 1. This 1 indicates the complete wall. 1 a whole number, that means here 1 means the complete wall. So they painted together the complete wall. 1 means they painted together the complete wall. This will be the answer. Okay. Now we move to the next question. Now question number 4. Fill in the missing fractions. And the fractions are given. The first one is 7 upon 10 minus box equal to 3 upon 10. So see, for easy understanding, we can take whole number. Suppose I am taking 7 minus box equal to 3. Here in denominator it is 10 and here for answer this will be also 10. So we must take a fraction having 10 as denominator. That's another part. Now for numerator's value. 7 minus something equals to 3. So which value do I need to take to make it 3? 4 definitely. So this 4 means, how will you get this 4? How will we get this 4? For this, we have to subtract these 3 from this 7. That means 7 minus 3 comes 4, isn't it? That means if you are given the first fraction, then subtraction sign, and then you are asked to find the second fraction, then you have to subtract the bigger one. You have to take these 2 known fractions and you have to subtract the smaller one from the bigger one. Okay? So for this we have to subtract the smaller one from bigger one. So for fraction this will be 4 upon 10. Okay? You can check it by taking any numbers. So for fraction this will be 4 upon 10. Let us check. So here it is 10 in the denominator. So for if we take the LCM of 10, we will also get 10. Now in numerator it is 7. So 7, then minus sign, then 4. So 7 minus 4 comes 3. And in denominator it is 10. That means 3 upon 10. So for answer this will be 4 upon 10. That means what have I done here? Here I have subtracted the smaller one from the bigger one. When the first fraction is given but the second fraction is not given. Okay. Now I move to the next question. See, here the first fraction is not given but the second fraction is given. So for this we will use exactly the opposite. Let us take an example for you. Suppose I am taking a box minus 3 equals to 5. So which number should we have to take here to make it 5? Definitely 8, because 8 minus 3 comes 5. So what we have done here? We can also get this 8 by adding this 5 with this 3. Okay? Adding this 5 with this 3. That is the second number. So that we can get 8. So for this one, we have to add this fraction, that is second fraction, with the answer's fraction. So 5 upon 21 plus 3 upon 21. Okay. So if we take the LCM of 21, we will also get 21. Okay. Now in numerator we will get 5, again addition sign, then 3. So 8 upon 21 will be the required fraction. That means here it will be 8 upon 21. So we can observe that if we are given the first fraction and if we are asked to find the second fraction, we have to subtract the smaller from bigger. And if we are given the second fraction and if you are asked to find the first fraction, we have to add the second fraction with the answer's fraction. Okay? And the remaining sum of this exercise will be done by yourself. So today's class up to this. Thank you.